This week's challenge: transform a classic car into a classic hot rod. The rules: for this build, the car cannot appear to be stock. But the team can still only spend $5,000 for parts. Jesse and his East Side crew have 7 days and nights. On the first day, they design. For the next 5, they build. And on the 7th day, he rides. This week, Jesse's picked a team of East Coast hot rodders to design and then build this monster. Doug Haruska, hot rodding in New York City is in his blood. Ed Castellano, or Flathead Ed, comes from Long Island and has been building hot rods for decades. Paul Cox is a hot rod lover, expert leather craftsman, and builds bikes for Indian Larry's shop in Brooklyn. Dave Simard, Boston's best hot rod and custom car builder. And Dave brought his hot rod buddy, Randy Bianchi, by way of Gloucester, New Jersey. He's an expert and the only team member that Jesse's never met. Day 2. This is a mint 1929 Model A, one of only about 30 still kicking around in this pristine condition. And guess what? We're gonna rip it apart.
I think it's a little sad that we're throwing away all this good stuff, but, you know, it's got to happen to make it happen. We're going to end up taking all this floor out, cutting some of these cross rails, back floors coming out.
Well, that's wood, Dave. Right?
Yeah. These are wood panels in here, but the rear, we're going to take that whole metal pan out.
At the end of their first build day, the rare relic is in pieces. Day 3. The plan for today is simple. Chop the body's top, streamline the chassis, and set up the suspension. Over at the body, Dave and Doug meticulously prep for chopping the top.
Looks good.
After hours of precise measuring, Dave and Doug begin to surgically chop the roof.
It's great being around people that do have a depth of knowledge, and then you can kind of absorb from it. And, you know, that's the most exciting thing creatively is that moment that you realize, wow, I don't know.
Now, we're going to cut all the stubs off one at a time. It's definitely the original paint.
Yeah, old Dulux and him.
Try it out.
They check out the chop for the first time, just as the boss arrives.
How tall is that whole thing? It only can be chest high, so 44.
44.
Plus 5 would be 49. That should be good.
Right here?
Yeah. You'd be able to,
49.
like, drive under tractor trailers when you're on the freeway.
Or under the gate for the toll booth.
Oh, yeah, sneak right under.
Just fly right through there.
A free New York toll makes Jesse happy with the height, so Dave tackles the job of TIG welding the roof back together. Dave Simard builds hot rods in the Boston area, and he's loyal to the classics.
You can steal ideas from all of history and incorporate them into the project.
Dave's attention to detail hasn't gone unnoticed.
I mean, he's one of the best hot rod builders I've ever seen. If I was gonna have someone build me a car, it would be him.
The 4th day begins. Today's must-be-done tasks: finish the roof, build the front and rear suspension, and get it on the floor. It's day 5 in the Bronx garage.
Are you sure you know what you're doing?
You know, I'm learning.
Funny thing about Monster Garage, I ask a lot of people that. Are you sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah.
And all the people that really know what they're doing say no.
Yeah.
And all the people that don't know what they're doing
Say yes.
yes.
The new body meets the new frame for the first time.
You got the right glass.
Right when they go together, boom, hot rod, you know, it's awesome. Man, I'm just blown away. It's so bad looking. It really is. It really is.
With the body on, the hundreds of details can be addressed. These pieces of Model A are finally looking like a street rod, but tomorrow it needs to run like one. It's the final day, with odds stacked against them. At 10 o'clock, the team amazingly appears close to pulling off the impossible.
Last night we made lists, and there was...
Hey, put the mag in so we get the out of here.
I've been waiting for this moment to put this fuel in right there.
Oh, I'm out the quarter window. That's the man, yeah, that's the oh, I'm out the quarter window.
All systems seem to be ready, but will the beast fire?
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
With minutes to spare, the monsterized Model A roars into hot rod history. All she needs to do now is wake the New York neighbors.
That makes it all worth it, right?
Yep, hell yeah, man.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you kidding? Want to take
It
them
was
all?
really good.
Very cool work.
Yeah, that was good.
Very cool. Mission accomplished.
Hey, Monster fans! We're in Long Beach. Before running his new toy, Jesse's got a finishing touch for his East Coast built rod. What's this? No paint job on a monster? Not this time, folks. Jesse's buffed out the original 1929 paint and tossed on a few pinstripes. Straight classic, baby. This thing is so cool, Dave Simard came 3,000 miles just to check it out.
Hey, is this the same car?
Everybody that sees it, they ask who chopped it.
They like it?
Dave Simard.